Every morning, millions of people start their day with something sweet. A glass of orange juice, a flavored coffee, or maybe just a little honey in their tea. It tastes harmless, even healthy, but for the brain after 60, it may be the most dangerous way to begin the day. You might feel a little boost at first, a quick burst of energy, a sense of comfort. But what happens next is what no one talks about. 30 minutes later, your memory fades, your mind feels cloudy, your energy crashes, and the fog rolls in. This isn't aging, this is sugar, and the worst part? Most of it comes in liquid form, from drinks we've been told are natural or good for you. In this video, you're going to learn how sweetened drinks, from sodas to fruit juices to even so-called healthy teas, can slowly weaken your memory, confuse your thinking, and increase your risk for serious brain conditions. And if you think switching to no sugar added is the solution, think again. There's a trap there too, and we'll show you what it is. But there's also good news. You can stop this process, you can take control of your brain health, and you don't have to give up everything you enjoy. This is about awareness, not restriction. It's about knowing what sugar is doing to your brain and how to gently take back your clarity, your focus, your strength. So if you've been drinking what you thought was safe, but still feel tired, forgetful, or mentally slow, this might be the missing piece. Let's take a closer look at what sugar is really doing to the brain after 60, and how it all starts with that first sweet sip. Sugar doesn't just taste sweet, it triggers a cascade of powerful reactions inside your body, and your brain is at the center of it all. When you consume sugar, especially in the liquid form, it enters your bloodstream quickly, your blood sugar spikes, and in response your body releases a surge of insulin to bring it back down. For younger people, this process is faster and more flexible, but after 60, insulin sensitivity decreases. Your body takes longer to manage sugar, and the excess stays in your system longer. That's when the real damage begins. Inside your brain, there's a region called the hippocampus. It's responsible for learning, memory, and orientation. When blood sugar stays high for too long, or spikes too often, the hippocampus becomes inflamed. Inflammation in the brain doesn't hurt like a bruise or a cut. Instead, it slows down communication between neurons, it interrupts thought patterns, it blurs short-term memory, and over time, it begins to shrink that memory center. This is why people who consume high amounts of sugar, especially in drinks, are more likely to experience memory loss, mental fatigue, and even early signs of cognitive decline. But sugar doesn't stop there. It also interferes with neurotransmitters, the chemicals your brain uses to feel joy, calm, motivation. One moment you feel great after a sugary drink, the next you crash, moody, restless, or just foggy. And that cycle repeats, day after day, until your brain becomes stuck in a roller coaster of highs and lows, never quite settling into clarity. What's worse, sugar competes with essential nutrients like B vitamins and magnesium, the same nutrients your brain needs to protect itself and stay sharp after 60. So the more sugar you consume, the less support your brain receives. It's like trying to fuel a classic car with dirty gasoline. It sputters, it struggles, and eventually it breaks down. But here's the turning point. Once you reduce that sugar load, the brain can begin to repair itself. Inflammation fades, neurotransmitters stabilize, and mental energy returns. It all starts with awareness, and in the next section, we'll look at why sugar in drinks is even more dangerous than sugar in food, and why it's often overlooked. Not all sugar is created equal, and when it comes to your brain, the most dangerous kind is liquid. When you drink sugar, from soda, fruit juice, sweet tea, flavored coffee, energy drinks, even smoothies, the sugar hits your bloodstream almost instantly. There's no fiber, no chewing, no delay. Just a direct hit of glucose and fructose straight into your body. Your blood sugar shoots up fast and your insulin has to race to keep up. But after 60, your body's ability to manage that flood is slower, less efficient, more fragile. Liquid sugar overwhelms your system faster than any other form. And what that means for your brain is a sudden, powerful surge of inflammation. Studies show that people who consume sugary drinks daily, even just one small glass, are more likely to experience memory loss, slower reaction times, and a thinner hippocampus. That's the part of the brain that stores and organizes your memories. One of the most dangerous sugars in liquid form is fructose, especially in high fructose corn syrup. It doesn't get processed like other sugars. It bypasses your body's control system and goes straight to the liver, where it turns into fat, raises triglycerides, and sparks more inflammation. And here's the scary part. Most of that metabolic damage doesn't stop at the liver. It reaches the brain, creating what scientists call metabolic cognitive dysfunction, a fancy term for brain fog caused by what you eat and drink. Even so-called healthy drinks can be a trap. That bottle of cold-pressed juice might have 30 grams of sugar, more than a candy bar, but because it says natural, we believe it's safe. Liquid sugar is absorbed too fast. It spikes insulin too hard, and it wears down your brain over time, quietly, steadily, and without pain. Until one day you realize you've forgotten why you walked into the room. But here's what you need to remember. It's not too late to change course. You don't need to fear fruit or stress over a teaspoon of honey. The danger is in the pattern, the repeated exposure, the hidden sugars in drinks we never question. In the next part, we'll talk about how these sugary drinks affect more than memory. They also change your mood, your energy, and how you feel throughout the day. If you've ever felt cloudy in the head, like your thoughts just won't line up, that's not your imagination. That's brain fog. And sugar may be a major reason why. You see, after drinking something sweet, especially first thing in the morning, you might feel a burst of energy, maybe even a little happy or motivated, but that feeling fades fast. As your blood sugar spikes and crashes, your brain feels the impact. The mental clarity you had disappears, replaced by confusion, forgetfulness, or just a sense that something isn't right. This is why so many people over 60 feel mentally sharp in the morning, but foggy by lunch, tired after a sweet snack, forgetful by the end of the day. It's not aging alone, it's sugar at work. Sugar doesn't just affect memory. It plays with your emotions too. It pushes and pulls your mood throughout the day, making you feel irritated, anxious, or suddenly sad, without a clear reason. These mood swings aren't just frustrating, they can isolate you, distance you from family, make it harder to enjoy simple conversations or stay engaged in daily life. Over time, these sugar-fueled highs and lows wear down your resilience, and they confuse your brain's ability to balance hormones like serotonin and dopamine, the chemicals that help you stay calm, happy, and mentally balanced. You may find yourself reacting more strongly to little things, snapping when you didn't mean to, or feeling mentally exhausted even when your body feels rested. All of this comes back to what you drink and eat. The brain thrives on stability, and sugar, especially from sweetened drinks, destroys that stability. It turns your mental state into a roller coaster, unpredictable and draining. But here's the most important part. Once you begin to remove these hidden sugars from your routine, even just for a week or two, the fog starts to lift. Your focus comes back. You feel more even, more centered, more in control. In the next section, we'll expose how many of these sugars are hidden behind healthy labels and how marketing tricks are targeting people just like you. Not all sugar comes with a warning. In fact, the most dangerous kinds often come with a smile, a green label, or a word like natural written in big friendly letters. If you've ever picked up a bottle of juice that says 100% natural or a snack labeled no added sugar, you're not alone. These labels are designed to make you feel safe, especially if you care about your health. But here's the truth. Just because it says natural doesn't mean it's harmless. Fruit juice is a perfect example. When you eat a whole orange, your body takes time to break down the fiber, the sugar absorbs slowly, and your brain handles it better. But when you drink orange juice, even fresh squeezed, your body gets the sugar from 4 or 5 oranges all at once, no fiber, no delay, just a flood. Your blood sugar spikes, your insulin floods in, and your brain suffers. It's not just juice. Products sweetened with honey, agave syrup, maple syrup, coconut sugar, all sound healthier, but they're still concentrated sugar. Agave in particular is high in fructose, the very type of sugar that's most toxic to your brain when consumed in excess. It's marketed as low glycemic, but what it really means is it sneaks in quietly and goes straight to your liver, and from there, straight to inflammation. And what about no added sugar? That phrase can still include ingredients like fruit puree, juice concentrate, and dried fruit, which are all loaded with sugar, just in another form. Even so-called keto-friendly or senior-safe snacks can include hidden sweeteners that raise insulin and confuse your metabolism. The food industry knows people over 60 care about their health. They also know sweet taste is hard to resist, so they package sugar in more subtle ways and hope you don't read the fine print. But now you know what to look for. Look past the front of the label, go straight to the ingredients list, watch for anything ending in O's, glucose, fructose, sucrose, and watch for words like nectar, syrup, juice concentrate. Your best defense is awareness. And in the next part, we'll show you exactly what you can drink instead to stay hydrated, refreshed, and mentally sharp without the hidden sugar crash. You don't have to give up sweetness. You just need better options. Ones that support your brain, not steal from it. The first and most powerful drink for your brain is simple: water. Hydration matters more after 60. As we age, our sense of thirst weakens, and just a 1% drop in hydration can affect focus, memory, and mood. Start your day with a glass of filtered water. Add a slice of lemon or cucumber if you like, not for sugar, but for freshness and trace minerals. Herbal teas are another smart choice. Peppermint can lift your energy without caffeine. Chamomile can help calm the brain before sleep. Rooibos and hibiscus are full of antioxidants, natural compounds that protect your brain from damage. If you enjoy flavor, try infusing water with fresh herbs and fruit slices. Not juice, just a few pieces of strawberry, mint, or orange peel in cold water. It gives a light, refreshing taste without spiking your blood sugar. And what about coffee? Surprisingly, black coffee, in moderation, can be beneficial. It contains polyphenols that support brain health. The key is to skip the sugar and flavored creamers. Instead, try adding a splash of full-fat coconut milk or unsweetened almond milk, maybe a sprinkle of cinnamon, a spice that helps stabilize blood sugar. For those who miss soda, try sparkling water with a dash of lime or a few frozen berries. It satisfies the fizzy craving without the insulin spike. And here's a gentle tip. If you're switching away from sweetened drinks, give your taste buds time. Within 2 weeks, your brain will begin to reset its sugar tolerance, and you'll notice natural flavors again. The sweetness of real fruit, the warmth of cinnamon, the crispness of cucumber water. Every swap you make isn't just helping your body, it's rewiring your brain, building a sharper, calmer, more focused version of yourself. In the next section, we'll take a closer look at how long-term sugar intake can silently accelerate brain aging, and what early warning signs you should never ignore. When you think about aging, you might picture wrinkles, gray hair, or stiff joints, but the most important signs of aging are often invisible, and they begin in the brain. Sugar plays a hidden role in how fast or how well your brain ages. Over time, high sugar intake can shrink critical parts of the brain, including the hippocampus, which stores memory, and the prefrontal cortex, which helps with focus, planning, and emotional control. That means the more sugar you consume, the harder it becomes to remember names, follow conversations, or think clearly when something unexpected happens. It also affects the brain's ability to repair itself. Sugar weakens neuroplasticity, the brain's natural ability to create new connections and learn new things. That's why long-term sugar habits are now linked to a higher risk of dementia, not just in old age, but starting as early as your 60s. It's not just about memory loss, it's about losing confidence, independence, and the ability to enjoy life fully. And here's the part that surprises many people. You don't need to have diabetes for sugar to affect your brain. Even with normal blood sugar, high daily intake of sweetened drinks can slowly raise inflammation, increase oxidative stress, and speed up cognitive decline. The warning signs often seem small at first. You forget why you walked into a room. You can't find the right word in a sentence. You feel mentally tired after reading or focusing. Many people blame these signs on age, but they may be the early whispers of sugar damage. But it's not too late. Brain aging is not a one-way street. With the right changes, especially when it comes to what you drink, you can slow it down, even reverse parts of it. In the next section, we'll guide you through a simple 7-day reset to help your brain break free from the sugar cycle, gently and naturally. You don't need a complicated detox or a strict diet. What your brain needs is a gentle reset. Just 7 days to feel the difference sugar has been making in your life. Day 1. Start with awareness. Check every drink you usually have. Read the labels. Look for total sugar, added sugar, and ingredients that hide sugar, like juice concentrate, agave, or syrups. Day 2. Replace your morning drink. If you usually have juice or sweetened coffee, try herbal tea with lemon, or black coffee with a splash of unsweetened almond milk. Day 3. Add water. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses a day. Spread it throughout the day, not all at once. Proper hydration helps clear brain fog and boosts energy naturally. Day 4. Stabilize your meals. Eat foods that are rich in healthy fats, protein, and fiber. These help keep your blood sugar steady and reduce cravings for sweet drinks. Day 5. Introduce movement. Take a 15-minute walk after meals. Light movement helps your body use sugar more effectively and supports better brain circulation. Day 6. Focus on sleep. Sugar disrupts your natural sleep cycles, and poor sleep increases sugar cravings. Create a bedtime routine, limit screens, and stop all sugar drinks after dinner. Day 7. Reflect. How do you feel? Is your mind clearer? Are your energy levels more steady? Many people over 60 report better memory, less anxiety, and fewer headaches after just 1 week. This reset is not about perfection. It's about progress. And the truth is, once your brain gets a taste of clarity, it starts asking for more. You may still enjoy something sweet now and then, but you'll notice you crave it less. And when you do have it, you feel its impact more clearly. Your brain is always listening, always adapting, and always ready to heal if you give it the right support. In the next section, we'll answer some of the most common questions older adults have about sugar, including fruit, sugar alternatives, and how to satisfy your sweet tooth safely. Let's take a moment to address the most common questions we hear from people over 60 when it comes to sugar. Question 1. Is fruit bad for my brain? Not at all. Whole fruits contain fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants that support your health. The key is moderation and choosing the right kinds. Berries like blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries are among the best. Low in sugar, high in brain-friendly nutrients. Bananas, grapes, and mangoes are higher in sugar, so enjoy them in smaller amounts. And always pair with protein or healthy fat. Question 2. What about dried fruit? Dried fruit is tricky. It's concentrated sugar without water or fiber. A handful of raisins can have as much sugar as a candy bar. If you do eat dried fruit, keep portions small and avoid brands with added sugar or oil. Question 3. Are sugar substitutes safe? Some are helpful, and some can do more harm than good. Stevia and monk fruit, in pure form, are better options. They don't spike blood sugar and are plant-based. But avoid artificial sweeteners like aspartame or sucralose. They may confuse your metabolism, affect gut health, and increase cravings. Question 4. Why do I crave sweets more now than before? As we age, changes in hormones, brain chemistry, and even social routines can increase sugar cravings. Loneliness, fatigue, and boredom often trigger emotional eating, and many older adults were raised in a culture where sweet treats meant love, reward, or comfort. But here's good news. Cravings are not permanent. They are habits, and habits can be changed. The less sugar you consume, the less your brain expects it. Question 5. What can I eat when I want something sweet? Try Greek yogurt with cinnamon and a few berries, or apple slices with almond butter. Even a small square of dark chocolate, 85% cacao or higher, can satisfy without spiking your sugar. The key is mindfulness and understanding how your choices affect your brain, not just today, but long term. In the final section, we'll wrap up everything we've covered and show you how even small changes can protect your memory, sharpen your focus, and help you feel like yourself again. Now you know the truth. Sweet drinks may look harmless, even comforting, but over time, they can slowly drain your energy, blur your thoughts, and take away the sharpness and calm that your brain needs most after 60. But here's the power you hold. You can change this. With small, simple steps, like replacing one sweet drink, reading one label, choosing water over juice just once, you begin a transformation. You protect your memory, support your mood, and give your brain the clarity it's been waiting for. You don't need to be perfect, you only need to begin. Because every small choice adds up, and with each one, your brain thanks you by giving you more focus, more calm, more control. If this video helped you understand how sugar affects the brain, especially after 60, we invite you to subscribe to Senior Health Guide. This channel is here to walk with you step by step toward clearer thinking, better energy, and a healthier future. Leave us a comment below if you've ever felt the fog lift after cutting back on sugar, or if you're planning to try the 7-day reset. And don't forget to share this video with someone you care about, a friend, a partner, a parent, anyone who might be sipping on something sweet without knowing the cost. Your brain matters, your health matters, and at Senior Health Guide, we're honored to be part of your journey. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind to your body, and stay sharp.